There are three decision makers in the private sector: households, firms, and the rest of the world. We are first and foremost members of the household. However, we also engage in contact with firms every day, like when we go to McDonald's or Target. Households are made up of all those who live under the same roof. Therefore, we currently are associated with our parents' household. The household makes the decisions of what companies should supply and how they supply it. Additionally, households control the supply of human resources, natural resources, and capital goods. In America, there are more than 115 million households, all of which act in the best interest for their own household and work to maximize their utility or level of satisfaction. The ways that households maximize their individual utility levels are constantly evolving, starting with the farmhouses in the 1850s and then changing to the industrial life in the 21st century. The evolution of the household affected the evolution of the firm. When the household became less self-sufficient, the need for firms grew because the majority of people could no longer do everything for themselves, like build their own furniture. The Industrial Revolution was the beginning of the firm's rise to power because they began promoting a more efficient division of labor, allowing the direct supervision of production, reducing the cost of transportation, and using machines and technology that were unavailable to the households. A firm is essentially any company or business that uses resources to produce goods and service while taking the chance of profiting or not. A common misconception about firms and households in the US is that they are unaffected by other economies. But in reality, the entire world is connected, therefore no country is isolated. Additionally, international trade is beneficial because different goods can be produced in all different locations, so international trade benefits everyone because we can all supply each other with the goods that our country cannot produce itself. The goods that firms produce can be private, public, quasi-public, and open access, depending if they are rival or exclusive. When goods are rival, they can only be used by one consumer. If a consumer has to pay for a good, then it's exclusive. Private goods, like a car, are both rival and exclusive. On the other hand, public goods such as neighborhood watch programs are non-rival and non-exclusive. Quasi-public goods like cable television are non-rival but exclusive because it's available to everyone but you have to purchase it for access. Open access goods like shrimp in the ocean are rival but non-exclusive because catching them does not require buying them, but there are a limited amount of shrimp, making them rival. The effect of these goods can create positive or negative externalities. Byproducts of negative externalities cause harm to not only the consumers and producers, but the third parties. For example, aerosol spray cans have a type of gas that, when released, harms the ozone layer that protects us from harmful UV rays. However, positive externalities, such as education, benefit the third parties. Without the government, the private sector could not run smoothly. The government's laws help to protect not only the individuals in the private sector, but also their ideas and inventions. The way that the government regulates the private firms to benefit the consumer is by doing things like putting care instructions in clothes and regulating things like food, prescription drugs, and medical devices. Also, the government checks measuring devices to ensure that the consumer is not getting cheated. The government protects the firm and entrepreneurs by protecting their property. Property rights safeguard the individual's rights and allow them to use them as they see fit. In addition to protecting the tangible, the government has found ways to protect the intangible by creating intellectual property rights. Intellectual property rights are patent laws, which protect inventions, copyrights, which protect works of art or anything with a creative nature, or trademarks, which protect a company's logo so no one else can use their identifier. Also, the government interferes in the market to promote competition and avoid monopolies. Monopolies occur when one business tries to take over all other businesses in its trade, causing complete control of the market. One way the government can prevent monopolies is through antitrust laws, which keep companies from becoming too large. However, sometimes monopolies are necessary. These necessary monopolies are called natural monopolies, which occur because it is more efficient and cheap for one company to control it. An example of this is the subway system. The government is the only firm that can control this transit system. In order to stabilize the U.S. economy, the government implements two policies that help to reduce fluctuations in the economy's business cycles. The two policies that the government implements are the monetary and fiscal policies. They control the money supply and the use of taxation and public spending to stimulate and stabilize the economy.
A Marisa and Cailin production!